Hello and welcome, good evening, and welcome to the Full Force News Burst live special unboxing of this G.I. Joe Classified Series Python Patrol Officer, which I'm going to get stuck into, courtesy as well, thank you, I should say, to In Demand Toys, Nick and Mass, and all the crew at In Demand Toys. Thank you very much for throwing this my direction. How is everyone doing? Is anyone joining me at all right now? Probably not. I started too early, as is always the case, and no one is here to say hi. If you are watching, obviously throw me a comment, and we'll have a chat as well while we're doing this. But yes, I will be unboxing, getting stuck into this beauty. I've had this for ages now. I feel like I've had it for way too long, and I just haven't had an opportunity to get stuck in with an unboxing just yet. Hello, Diecast Nick. Hi, how you doing? Like the video if you're watching it. Absolutely. Happy New Year to you, Paul. Thank you very much, Paul Galliano. Happy New Year to you as well. Right, yeah, so I guess we better get stuck into this then, eh? This little beauty. Hi, Luke. To all watching, hello. Let's get involved then. Obviously, before we do that, I do have to transition the screen a touch. There you go. Just took the name off the screen. That's all it did. Right then. So, Python Patrol Officer. Very excited to get this guy out. He looks amazing. I've been basically staring at him through his window for ages now. And he joins Bazooka, who is also in box at the moment. I put him back in the box because I unboxed this. I didn't do a video of the boxing, but I unboxed this over the holiday period on the show, and only put him back in because to transport him back safely. I didn't want him like losing any bits and pieces. So Bazooka, I'll probably bust him out again a little bit later on. But yes, this is the Python Patrol Officer, and he joins a cadre of folks already in the Python Patrol team. We've got the Bat, of course, the Battle Android Trooper, and we have the Viper. The Viper. With I stole one of the blast effects as well from the 3-pack. So yeah, we've got the whole crew joining us. Also, Recondo is on his way. Thanks again to Nick and Mass at In Demand Toys, who got me a sneaky Recondo. That is now flying as we speak. So we'll be doing another unboxing of that when that comes in. So let's get stuck into this then, shall we? Another thing I will talk about while I'm doing unboxings. My wonderful in-laws got me these cool little devices. Now, this one I actually take to work with me because it's actually really handy. But it's got a little ceramic blade, and it's not dangerous, right? But it cuts your boxes open, no problem. And it's really neat, isn't it? Like you can hold it like that, and obviously run it along the box, nice and flush. It's well good. So love that. That's a beauty. But this one is even cooler. Can you see the tiny little, look at that, the tiny little blade on it. Now that is just a tiny little ceramic bit. Again, there's a little arrow on there to show you where it is. These are by Slice, and this is an absolute, they're brilliant. So if you don't have any, I'm not sponsored by Slice. This is not I'm not doing an unboxing of Slice products, which would be ironic. But no, these are really cool, and this is the one I'm going to use tonight on this chap. So before we bust it open, hello G.I. Joe Declassified. Let's have a look at the box itself. So if we get a nice close up, we can see the figure inside there in the plastic. Not many of these window boxes left, are there, in the lineup? Got all of the gear and the weapons and the bits and bobs that he comes with. He actually gets quite a lot, considering they usually minimize, don't they? They usually minimize with the exclusive figures the weapons loadout for for repaints and stuff. So it's nice to see that I don't think anything is being sacrificed on this figure, which is great. Also, I was told that the infantry and the officer have gone together to make this particular figure. So there's more than just it's more than just a straight repaint. There's a few little kind of aspects gone into this. So that's something I'm going to have to kind of look into, because again, I haven't done my due diligence. I haven't had the time to really get into the build. but we will do at some point. You know, I'm sure you guys can work it out. We've got the Python Patrol logo. I love that that Python Patrol. I think that's wicked. It's very cool. G.I. Joe Classified Series Python Patrol Officer. We've got the artwork, which is the just kind of a rebrand or a recoloring. It's not that simple, I know, but of the first Cobra Officer as well. Again, very striking, very awesome. I do love it, and I love the Night Ravens in there as well. Very cool. Yeah, really nice. I love that artwork. Anyway, that is the Python. That's that part of the box. Then we've got obviously specialties. Should we talk about these? So soccer. It's really good at soccer. That is we'll just say knuckle dusters. I know it's ammo. I know that's but I'm just being an idiot. Blind and spanner in the works, or wrench. We've done this before. We've done the whole spanner wrench thing. That's what I like to say. Number 56, and on the top there's what you expect with all these. Now on the back, no change again. They're basically reutilizing, I think. Oh no, it might be different. I'm going to go out on a limb and say this is slightly different to bazookas, and yes, it is. It is slightly different. Now I think so. I guess the good guys have got that background with the vehicle, that little cheeky vehicle. That's what I noticed first and foremost. And obviously, you look at this one, lots of different things going on. So this is what I think like a tree house. No, it's not a tree house. And whatever that is, like oh man, I need to really study these more. But they highlight different areas, as you can see on the background, which is nice. I like that. A little bit of variation. Can't say fairer than that. Fairer than that. Yes, you can say fairer than that. Ryan says, I refuse to buy until they add dice to slice. Absolutely. You're talking about this little dude. Yeah, we need a dice one as well, don't we? Definitely. You get to see it in action in a second. Hello, David Allen. G.I. Joe Declassified said the paint apps look sharp and clean. They really do, don't they? We'll have a closer look when the figure comes out, of course, of the box. But yes, I'll have a look at that as well. G.I. Joe Declassified. Neil Hill, Repaint Commander, is here. Hello, Neil. Hello, Renegade Biker 24, and Phoebe's not happy. Pure Flak Monkey says those backgrounds are a waste of space. Do you know what? I don't think it's that bad, but I definitely would like to see a little bit more relevance in there, if you know what I mean. So, like, I know the bazooka one's got that little kind of Humvee vehicle in there, but I can't really see. I mean, unless there's something really hidden in there, like magic eye levels that I'm just not seeing. Like, it could be something along those lines that there's going to be like a reveal to bring something out. But I definitely would like to see more relevance here, because at the moment it feels too generic. That it's just a jungle scene. So I'd like to see something where it's like, oh, I see what that is, or I see, and that's what I'm saying. Maybe there is something in there that I'm just not seeing, and other people have. But I'm not gonna. Yeah, I feel your pain on that one. Ryan says, I love the green they used for that figure. Yes, it's not too ridiculous, and it's actually quite a nice color. I really like it. Yeah, big time, Ryan. Neil likes the backgrounds. Fair enough. To each their own, I guess. And hello, Ed, you cheese bag. Right. Let's do what we've come here for. I've got that's the open the box alarm, and it's going to be happening right now. So slice. The funny thing is on this one, it's only one bit of tape, so it makes it even easier. But I just go beep, and it's done. That was easy, wasn't it? That's how comfortable using that is. Now, the only thing I can't use that for is my little technique to open the box without it kind of like flexing, and I will have to. I'll have to use my other blade, I think, wherever that is. No, I won't. It's actually open perfectly fine. It hasn't even folded in the middle like it usually does. So that's good. So open that as well. Here we go. You ready, everybody? Here we go. Lovely stuff. We'll put that box to the side. And here is our exposed now Python Patrol Officer. Let me just get the Let me just get the lighting a little bit better there because it's coming in real hot. If I go really close, that's actually not bad, is it? That's quite cool. There you go. Right, let's get him here. Also a darker skin tone, which is awesome. It comes out of the box nice and easy. Hey. And just like the officer, I'm just going to give it a quick feel. Kind of feel the old joints in there. Yeah, it feels very much like the officer. Not like stiff as Serpentor was in any way, shape, not at all. But yeah, everything moves nice and comfortably out of the box. And I wouldn't obviously give it some if I didn't have the confidence it would move. If there was any kind of resistance, I wouldn't have done that. So yeah, very nice straight out of the box, and a very clean and cool looking figure. Love it. That head sculpt's dope. You got the, again, like the kind of the dark skin tone under the mask, which is very cool. Take the old helmet off, give it a better look there. Very nice. You can see the kind of like design on the actual headgear, and very nice. And the helmet. So look at that. So the helmet has got the chevron on it. No deco on that though. I am and I'm not surprised. Maybe they could save some money on not having deco on that particular piece. But just to show you all the way around and all of the details, there you go. Yeah, surprised there wasn't like an attempt to do some sort of like maybe like a little touch of yellow on there, like the kind of neon yellow, kind of like the bright yellow that's on the body and on the logo. That's something I really like as well. Sorry, the light's being really bright. There we go. That's better than what it was. If I do that, you can see it. Okay, so I love the fact that they got the logo to sit right in the middle of the crisscross pattern. I think that's really neat. Nice color on there, and I love the secondary on him too. Very nice indeed. And then we see the lower arms as well with the gauntlets kind of armor. And then I've kind of pushed his belt up so it looks a bit silly, but yeah, the belt goes there, and his legs. He's a very sexy figure. I'm loving it. Speaking of sexy, check out the butt. Awesome. Now, this is one of the things I love about the officer in general, and that's the fact that the storage options are great. So on the back of the belt, you've got all those spots there for storage. You've got obviously the backpack. What's it called? Holster sheath. Yeah, that basically can obviously hold the other rifle as well. And then there's also the little holster on the side too for the pistol. So there's plenty, and the knife sheath on this side. So there's so many storage options on this figure. It's remarkable. So I was really like, Paddy actually mentioned his favorite figure of 2022 on our last monthly episode was the officer, because of so many of these things we're talking about. It's just a really well put together figure with a really like decent features going on. So we have got the kind of Luger pistol type thing. Does that have I thought it had a blooming little magazine space to put a magazine in there, but no. But there's your Luger style pistol. We've got the backpack in grey with the Cobra logo on it. This is the sheath. This is the holster for the rifle. For both rifles, actually, you can fit either rifle in there. Nice. We've got more. I should have turned my light down. In fact, I'm going to turn my light down because it is remarkably bright. There we go. Got the sexier lighting on there. There we have the one of the rifles. Now that does have a magazine. I think. I thought it did. It has like a little thing that sticks out the side. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, of course. I thought I'd gone absolutely bonkers there for a second. But no, this magazine, there it is, slots into the side of the weapon like so. I mean, this isn't something you haven't already seen with the officer, so it's like it's not news to you guys, but very cool little rifle there. Got that one. We've also got the AK. When you absolutely positive, I'm not going to recite that on this show, but they've got a nice little deco touch on there. Look, if I do that, oh, there we go, that's better. Get my big fat hand in the way now. But look, that's a lovely deco touch, I think, on there. Yeah, I'm really glad they went with a little kind of green color. That's really nice. And of course, the I think this is a sight, a tiny little sight, which kind of slots into the side piece. If I can do this again. Have I dropped it? Where did that go? Is it on me? Well, I did have a sight, and now it is out of what, everybody? Out of sight. I'm going to stand up to see if it falls off me. No, that's lost for the rest of... Oh, I see it. It's miles away. I'm just going to assume that you've all seen a sight on an AK before. So it's over. It's literally over there. It's miles away. So yeah. Anyway, there you go. Very cool AK. Oh, Kate's helping. Thanks, honey.
Is that one?
Yeah.
Oh.
Thank you very much. Right, got that back in the game. I love it. I found it. I mean, Kate found it. I'm gonna plop it on the side of this now, which I should have done ages ago, but still haven't done it. It's nice though. I do like this. Little kind of additional feature. Although I don't know why they don't just kind of put it on there the whole time. Oh, it goes on the top. That's right. Sorry, I'm being really slow at the moment. Yeah, it kind of slots into the top like that, doesn't it? And there you go. Or maybe the other way. I don't know. No, that's right. I think that's right. Nice. AK-47. Lovely stuff. And then we've got, last but not least, a dagger. There you go. Again, loads of little lovely detail. Look at the shape of the blade as well. I don't think I've noticed that on the dagger before, on the officer. And I love the fact that it's got that nice detailing on the handle too. Lovely stuff. Brilliant. Right, so let's load him up, eh? Oh, I've not been looking at anybody's comments, have I? I'm completely ignoring everybody. I thought Phoebe was the open the box alarm. Well, she kind of is. David Ann says, I would like some more story explanation behind these cool maps. I agree. I think that is definitely something that would make the whole experience even cooler, is to have some story background to everything, and not just on the live event. Like if they did it on the website, or if they did it in any of those kind of facets, I think, I would be well up for that, big time. Cobra La says, still no troopers in Arkansas yet. You might be surprised that I got that pronunciation correct. I've been in the States long enough to know that that's Arkansas and not Arkansas. Amazing. Where's your easy button, Neil? I don't know. The skin tone is definitely intentional. Definitely intentional. Trooper of color, absolutely. Oh yes, David, Python Crimson Guard. It's got to happen. It's got to happen, hasn't it? Got to. And yes, I think I'd be well up for that. Just like Tiger Force, Flint, Dusty. Who else is in the Python Crocmaster? Python Patrol Crocmaster has to happen. I'm pointing there because that's exactly where my Crocmaster is, and Fiona. Right. I am failing miserably on actually stacking this guy with all his gear. But pistol in the holster. I'm going to put the magazine in the back here, on the middle section, which would be in reality annoying as it's poking you in the back. But it's cool that this storage option exists, and that you can put that rifle away in the backpack as well. So everything kind of like gets stored for it, which I'm a big fan of. And obviously the AK sight can go in that little spot in the back as well. I kind of like putting all that gear in there, but then obviously, you want him to hold one of the rifles and have it like completely ready, I think. I mean, I do. So if I pop that in the back as well, like there, and then I'll pop one of the rifles in. I'll put the little rifle in there for now, because like I said, I've got the magazine kind of doing its job in the storage area. So that's going to slot in there for now. So the magazine and the rifle are kind of like all, set there, ready to go. I like that. And then he can hold his AK. Hey, AK. Right. That, I've got to get the old trigger finger in there too. There we go. Right. And our officer is ready. Ready for anything. I think, well, ready for what Bazooka's going to throw at him anyway. But yeah, I just want to make sure everything's still staying where it's supposed to stay. Yep. Okay. There he is. Isn't he great? Is it a Mauser? Sorry, Derringer, Vorpal Derringer. Is it a broom-handled Mauser? I should have known from the Peter Kay sketch. The Peter, is it from Phoenix Nights? Yeah, it's a Mauser. Sorry, not a Luger. Sorry. Yeah, apologies. Cobra La says, no one on YouTube understands the laser target, it seems. Are we talking about on the back here? It's not that, no, yeah, but like what I mean is like there's not enough like relevant extra homage in there is what I'm getting at. Unless I'm talking about something else. Oh, is it a laser? Sorry, I see what you mean. It's on the AK as a laser target. You see, I initially said that, Cobra La, when I first got my Cobra Officer. I said, oh, it must be like a laser spotter or something like that. And sorry, I see what you're saying now on the AK. And someone told me no, it was a sight on the show, and I'd always do that. I just assume that I don't know anything, and that everyone else does, and that does happen. Obviously, if that is a laser guided sight, then that's perfectly fine, or a laser targeter. Then thank you. So I appreciate that. Hi, Sean. Got him, just not Bazooka yet. Yeah, awesome. I'm glad you got him though. He's wicked, isn't he? I do love it. I do love this figure in, again, like the original version and this. I think it just looks so cool. And again, with the rest of his team. And the funny thing is, it's like no one is sharing like a color scheme really at the moment. I mean, the Viper and the Bat go together a little bit more than the Officer does. It does feel like there's a lot of color going on, different color going on, which is great. Like the more the merrier. Let's get as much random Python Patrol colors in as possible. But yes, I do feel that, yeah, big time. I'm excited now to get Recondo in hand as well, because that, again, Bazooka was just awesome. So I'm really excited for. Oh, Tiger Force Roadblock is another one, Ed. Yes, of course. And I would take a Tiger Force Roadblock. I know everyone's kind of like, oh, another Roadblock. But I'll tell you now, if they did the heavy artillery Roadblock in the Tiger Force deco, I would be all over that, all over it. What else we got going on today? Hello, Grant Moynier. How you doing? Ruby Time Prime. Hey, Chris, it's a new year. Looking forward to 2023's classified lineup. Yes, there's a lot to come, guys. There is so much. Radisla Idol, because it's a very interesting story. Back in the days of Real American Hero, and they decided to release Python Patrol, they used the original officer model to make a trooper and the trooper model to make an officer. Well, yes and no. What had actually happened was, which is even more interesting than that, is they'd originally released a catalog with the figures coming for that year. And in it were Python Patrol, and we had a trooper and an officer correctly identified as the trooper and the officer. And then when they actually eventually came out, the information, the card backs had an information that went on the card backs were mistakenly switched around. So it's because of that that we got a trooper that's an officer and an officer that's a trooper. And then the classified series have effectively rectified that by making an officer out of the officer in the line. I kind of wanted them, in a funny way, to just do an infantry repaint and have that as the officer. And they've kind of utilized infantry pieces, I think, on this build. I don't know what they are offhand because I haven't checked. But yeah, but thanks for bringing that particular point up, Radislaw Idol. But yeah, the true story behind it is that the actual card back information, I suppose, like the transparencies or whatever they use to to line up the cards, were accidentally put on the wrong figures. So that is what happened there. Very interesting as well. Like they just rolled with that mistake forever. Oh yes, James. Completely unrelated to your unboxing, but next time you talk to Brian Flynn, can you ask about ultimates that ordered from Dorkside? Oh, okay. I'm not sure how much you'll know about that, but I can definitely see if there's any. Yeah, I don't know what the situation is, and I can ask him the question. That doesn't mean he's gonna. I can pose the question. Doesn't mean he's gonna answer it to any degree, but he might do. He's very open about those things usually, Brian. But I'll have to. What I usually do is I send them questions. I send everybody questions beforehand, and they vet them. Usually, they're never usually an issue. There's never usually any issue in there, and they'll say, "I can answer this," or "I can't answer this." You can ask the question, but I'm not going to be able to answer it. So sometimes things are changed because it's not going to be very interesting. If that makes sense. Not because they're like, "Oh, we can't ask us about that." They're really. Brian's really cool, very open, and I'm sure he'll be able to give us some information about that, but we'll see. What else are we saying here? Thank you. No on the gun, the attachment. Okay. Basically, this thing on the AK is what you're talking about. Yeah, and it's cool. I thought originally it was actually a laser or a flashlight, one of those two things, or a torch, as we call it in the UK. I can't say flashlight without it sounding hilarious now. Anyway, so yeah, I think that's what I think it is basically. And even people told me it was a sight, so I just assumed it was because I thought that I didn't know anything, and it's not the case. Who knows? Who knows what it is now? I'm so confused. Neil Hill, we definitely need a Tiger Force roadblock. Yes, we do. Cobra La, I'm excited because I grabbed 2 of Recondo and all the other figures from Target with the spend $100 and get 25 off and buy and get half off. Well done. Good work on that. Lara V, hello. Hey, Chris, can't wait to receive my Duke and a couple of those Python Patrol officers this Thursday. Well, good luck. I hope you do get them. This officer is beautiful, by the way. I'm so excited to kind of display him, take pictures of him, do some awesome stuff with him. You know what I'm talking about. But yes, and Duke is great, by the way. I will not have a bad thing said about Tiger Force Duke. This RAM is sensational too. So awesome. I had done an unboxing of this, so I'm not going to bore you with that right now. But yes, Larry, I'm excited for you to receive all that stuff, definitely. Let me put that down for a second. Right. Hey, Chris, do you think that we could see some UK Action Force characters in Classified? I think that Cobra Officer could make a semi-decent red laser. Well, yeah, it would have to be a repaint of Cobra Commander, though, wouldn't it? Maybe the retro one when it finally comes out. The fact that we've got Red Laser in the Super 7 lineup means that it's probably not too much of a stretch to expect something like that in the Classified line. I genuinely think we could start seeing those kind of things. I'd love to see a Baron Ironblood. I do have an array of Baron Ironbloods and Baroness Ironbloods in custom form from multiple sources, and they are fantastic. From Kate, from Eric, from Justine Customs. There's just amazing work has already been done. But an official one would be great because obviously that other people can have it then. Do you know what I mean? It's not like I can copy and paste all the ones we have. Neil Hill says, when is the next Joe live, Chris? Any insights from your Joe team buddies? they wouldn't tell me anyway. Honestly, they wouldn't tell me if a live event was coming or not. What I will say though is I expect there to be one. I have found out about live events in an unofficial capacity in the past, and obviously have to keep stum about that anyway. I can say I haven't at this moment had any inkling of an upcoming event, but do expect there to be one based on precedent. And I'm talking about the fact that we've got the Indiana Jones one popping up soon, and they usually start to kind of line them up for the new year like so. So expect it soon, Neil, is all I'm saying. But I don't have any insight, unfortunately, onto any that are coming soon. I can just say it's probably going to happen. Yes, he practically glows on camera. Neon Patrol, big time. He really does. He really does. And it's partly to do with the fact that my ring light is extremely bright right now, and that's my fault. But I did turn it down a little bit. But if I turn it down anymore, it's going to get to that kind of like, I think he's just very bright. And yeah, he does reflect it, doesn't he? I was trying to get earlier. Let me do this. There we go. I was trying to get earlier. I love the fact that the logo sits right in the middle. It just makes it makes for some very nice OCD. You know what I mean? Like it's just I like that. That's very cool. What else are we saying? I can't wait for the classified Crimson Guard bat, says Chris Githens. But yeah, Crimson Bat, yes, the Crimson Bat is looking cool, isn't it? I think a lot of people are going to get into those so that they've got the twins, the guard, and the bats. It's going to be in a hell of a display, definitely. This is a good question from David. What update characters would be cool as Python Deco design? Do you know, like one that I will say, I don't think I've seen anyone say it here yet, but check it out. Snow Serpent. Could you imagine a Snow Serpent in the Python Patrol? How dope would that be? And the fact that they're doing a Snow Serpent in the Classified series means that it's a possibility. I think a Snow Serpent, and I think Scrap Iron would be good in the Python Patrol, and I know both of them are coming too as well. And Serpentor. I think Serpentor would make a fantastic Python edition, Python Patrol, and then you can get a Python Patrol Air Chariot as well. Oh yeah, I love the TF and Ram and do. I'm not sniffing this. I'm just putting it on my face for no apparent reason. It looks like I'm sniffing it, but I wasn't. I was just putting it on my beard. It's mine now that I've touched it with my face. Ed says, mental note, get famous, get custom figures of your favorite Joes. I would hardly call it famous, Ed. But yeah, do a YouTube channel and get friendly with some customizers. That is more likely than that's more like it, sorry, than famous. That's not right. Oh, no toy fair. Yes, that's true. Actually, Neil, no toy fair in February. Is that? Yeah, I haven't really been paying attention to the schedule of events, so I have completely lost track of what's happening. But yeah, I don't think there is toy fair, is there? Have they switched it completely to October now? Anyway, irrelevant. If there is any news, we'll follow it up. Obviously, I'm not going to Joe Fest Captain K 023. I'm not sorry. But yeah, if you are going, have a great time. Ryan Daly says the weapon attachment is a GoPro style camera to record gun POV footage so that Cobra scientists can market better first person shooter video games. My goodness, that is a deep cut if it was. But yeah, it's not. It's definitely, I think, a laser. I think it's a flashlight. I think it's a flashlight personally. Just light comes on, you can use it at night, because these guys are like terrible night force, aren't they? But still, I still expect them to be in the night in their high vis jackets. Oh, that's a good shout. The female troopers getting a Python Patrol makeover. That is a great idea. Great idea, because obviously technically they're in the Python Patrol because they're troopers and officers. So yes, get them Pythonized, please. That's a no-brainer, actually. 2-pack as well, please. A 2-pack Shakur. No, actually, just do it. Do it as you normally do it. It's fine. But I want to see that. Yeah, I agreed. Banana Man. I love people calling him Banana Man. Right then. I'm probably gonna call it a night now, guys, and go and have something to eat. But it's been fun chatting to everybody. It's okay to sniff it. We all do it. Now I'm sniffing it. Yeah. Agent chuckles. Hollywood Chris McLeod. Yeah, absolutely. I do like that though. That Hollywood tag. That's my my code name now. Oh, Chris, a classified Cobra bunker. That would be sweet. In fact, any of those kind of mini play sets would be amazing in the classified scale. Yeah, down. I'm down. Okay. Yeah, I think we're good. I think. Well, that's a good point actually, David, because obviously the Televiper has to be a Python Patrol figure at some point, doesn't it? Just has to be. So the fact that it comes with a trouble bubble means we'll probably get a Python trouble bubble as well. I would think that would be dope, and I'd be up all over that. Sorry, Ed, that you're just getting off a 16-hour shift. I'm sorry, mate. And also, sorry that you come in a little bit late because I'm about to finish now. Anyway, right then. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you very much. Before I go, let's do this. This bit to get my name back on the screen. Oh, it's vain, isn't it? Anyway, this has been the unboxing of this beauty. Thank you to Nick, Mass, and everyone at In Demand Toys for getting this to me. I've got another little Recondo coming as well, so I'm very excited to bust him out on the show. Guys, thank you very much for joining in and chatting and throwing your questions in there and all that good stuff. It's been a pleasure. Thanks to all our new patrons as well, our lovely patrons who keep the show going, keep the lights on, keep the very bright ring lights on for these kind of shows and so on and so forth. So thank you very much. I've had an absolute blast opening him. Oh, I've kind of changed his chest articulation. I just clicked it a couple of times and now he's looking all like mean and angry. It's amazing what a tiny bit of articulation can do, isn't it? It's been an absolute pleasure. Yes, as Jason says in the comments, smash that like button. Like us on Facebook, like us on YouTube, like me, just like me. I want to be liked. It's just the worst, isn't it? And then when I don't get likes, it just adds to the mental health issues. Like it's crazy. This what have I created? What monster have I created? I will see you guys on the next episode, which will most likely be a news burst in the week. I don't know exactly what. I've still got to work out with Brian when we're doing our interview, but it's happening. Do not fret. In fact, I'll email him when I get off here to try and work that out. And good evening. I can't think of anything else to say. One more question. One more, Grant, before I go. This is not off-topic question. Have you done or will you do a monthly talking about G.I. Joe Renegades, such as thoughts on the series and what you'd like to see if the show continued? Now, Grant, we haven't done an episode on that yet, but that is definitely something we want to talk about. I was a big fan of Renegades. I know Kate was as well. We really enjoyed that show. Just talking for my wife over there. But yeah, we really enjoyed that cartoon. And I know that it's kind of like people have got different opinions about it in the fandom. People got different opinions about it between the presenters. So that would be an interesting conversation, I think, to have with everybody, and also, yeah, to see what other characters could have been introduced and what other cool stuff they could have explored. Because, yeah, I think unfortunately, it was finished before it really got a chance to get going, which is a real shame. But yeah, we can do that on a monthly at some point, Grant. Absolutely. In any case, that's it. Stay fresh, cheese bags. See you next time. And of course, as always, what we do on these shows after 3, 1, 2, 3, full force, full patrol. See you later. Kind of. That's it for this installment of the Full Force News Burst. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time, and as always, full force. Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always you can keep up with the show after listening by following on Twitter @TheFullForce, liking the Facebook page facebook.com/TheFullForce, and if you would like to contact the show you can message us on either of those platforms with feedback and questions. We also have a Patreon page, so if you want to show your support for the show, see your name up in lights on these videos, or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/TheFullForce podcast, or click on the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force.